Welcome everybody to the channel. I'm super pumped, super excited, and to be honest, feel quite honoured to be able to team up an Australian owned and operated product that suits adventure riding to an absolute T. And once I finish climbing this hill, I'll tell you all about it. Oh, go Sally, go, 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 go. Ooh, yes. How's that for an intro? Jeez. It's getting deep. Welcome everybody, the sun's out, I'm doing some riding, I'm making a video today, but as you saw in my intro, I've been super fortunate enough to have an Australian owned and operated company called ExplorOZ take a liking to my little motorbike and humble YouTube channel. They reached out to me and they asked if I'd like to try one of their products, which is the ExplorOZ Traveller App. Now the ExplorOZ Traveller App is a navigation app. It's for all devices. It covers the whole of Australia and it's pretty much designed and made for people like me, apprentice adventurers, just so we can get out there and navigate just that little bit more easier. But this video is not a how to use and or review video about the ExplorOZ Traveller App, but more about the 5 rock solid reasons why I've decided to use the app going forward for the foreseeable future for all of my adventure rides. But because I'm talking about a navigation app, there's no point standing here the whole time, so I may as well throw a leg over the bike, we'll go do some exploring and I'll talk whilst I ride. Let's go. My first rock solid reason is if you've seen my channel or you go back and look at my videos, you'll know that I give adventure riding a good old crack. But one of the most frequent topics I get asked about is navigation. Things like, what app do I use, what program do I have a GPX file or a route that I can upload? And I've never been able to answer with anything constructive other than I've only used Google Maps where appropriate, or handwritten notes on the back of a paper copy map, and or the odd dodgy free offline app from time to time. But after my latest big ride at Cape York with the legend known as Josh JB, another DRZ rider, he did have a navigation set up, and riding with him I quickly realised the importance, the efficiency, and really just how much more productive you can be when having a proper navigation setup. Whereas compared to me, it's normally helmet on, helmet off, get the map out, put the map back, and really not getting anywhere fast very quickly at all. So after that Cape York trip, I made a promise to myself to welcome myself to the age of technology and thought I'd start looking at what navigation program or app I should get. Now whilst I was looking, I kid you not, absolutely kid you not, the first day I started was the day that ExplorOZ reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in trying their ExplorOZ Traveller App. So I did my due diligence, I did my research, I went onto their website, which I'll link in the description below, fell in love with the family story, and to be honest, if that's not the stars aligning and the timing being perfect, I don't know what is. And that's now brought me here to today, riding, exploring, using the ExplorOZ Traveller App, and I will be using that for the foreseeable future, and I could not be more happier thus far. It's absolutely fantastic. My second rock solid reason is, and this is probably the most important reason for me personally, is that ExplorOZ is Australian owned, Australian operated by an Australian couple who have been travelling Australia for 20 plus years and continue to do so, who have been making maps and apps of Australia for Australians to explore Australia. Now I tell you what, it doesn't get any more bloody Aussie than that, and in my opinion I'd be the crazy one not to use the ExplorOZ Traveller App, as I'm all for using and promoting Australian owned products that help us as adventurers just navigate that little bit easier around this great continent of ours called Australia, and I'm more than happy to be involved. Oh, I absolutely hate this hill. I've only ever made it up once many years ago, and that was a massive fluke. I try it every few years when I'm out this way, and I was here pretty recently and a guy called Will overtook me on a WR and I didn't make it, but whilst I'm here, let's give it another shot. Come on, Sally, you do have the big bore in you now. I don't know it's going to help. That's it. Oh, go Sally, go, go, go. I'm sitting down. Stand up, Lance. Oh, we're going. I've got the legs either side. Oh, go Sally. Yes! Oh, big bore kit. Eat your heart out. Yes! Oh, I can't believe I made that. I'm so pumped. What a great day today is. Maybe the big bore kit helped, but also maybe, believe it or not, my new ExplorOZ Traveller app navigated me up the right way. Absolutely fantastic. What a view too. Oh, I'm so pumped they got up that. Yes, on you Sally. Beauty of a bike. My rock solid reason number 3 for using ExplorOZ Traveller app is that the owners have been travelling and mapping Australia, according to their website, for the past 20 plus years, since effectively the 1990s, and they've been accruing tracks, places, locations, and implementing them on their own travels into their maps, which has allowed the maps to get to where they are today. And from my understanding, they have, if not at least one of the most comprehensive mapping systems and information contained within to be utilised by anybody on the product. So I've just stopped here, I've turned the bike off just to show you what I mean by the amount of information contained within is second to none in my opinion. And I wish I had this sort of information available on some other trips, because it would have come in bloody handy. But I'm not going to go too in depth with it, I'm just going to do a quick overview. And what I like is here, they've got nearly 100,000 places or points of interest or locations that they've entered into this mapping system all over Australia. They've got nearly 200 predetermined treks, as they call it, that you could effectively just go, you know what, I'm in South Australia, Glass Gorge, Scenic Drive, 1100 kilometres, press open, you're in the area, press navigate, and your whole trip is there. And it'll give you all these photos and information about the trek as well. It'll give you a description. So if you're a newbie or a first timer just starting out, that would be absolutely fantastic to be able to utilise. But what I also like in terms of information is, I'm going to zoom a fair bit out here, but all these numbers are telling me that that's that many things within that area, which might not be a big thing, but whilst I'm zoom out, my eyes attract to it, and I know that, well, if I go up here, the numbers are going to start getting less and less as the locations pop up, but I know it's worthwhile zooming in on. So in my opinion, that's very, very handy, and you don't have to always zoom in to find where the points of interest would or may be. My rock solid reason number 4, more of a personalised reason, so it's very handy to me. But I predominantly do the filming on my motorbike trips and whatnot for my YouTube channel, but I still get involved in a lot of mountain biking and hiking adventures. And I know for a fact that ExplorOZ Traveller has a lot of hikes and mountain bike tracks contained within. There was one particular hike I knew that I've still got to accomplish in my life, and it's called the Three Peaks hike in Sydney Blue Mountains. I've tried it once before, failed it due to really shitty circumstances on the hike, but it's not contained in its entirety on any maps that I've found. So when I got the ExplorOZ Traveller app and I was just mucking around, I thought I'm going to zoom in on this hike, and I could not believe, I was actually pretty gobsmacked that it had that hike contained within in its entirety on their maps. So for me, and if you're like me, that gave me a massive peace of mind to know if they've got that trip contained on their maps, they must have such an extensive, geez, this track's rocky, extensive hiking and mountain bike track log contained within, that really it'll be a no-brainer to use such a product to me. My rock solid reason number 5, and no doubt a lot of apps have the same function, but it's brand new to me. I've only ever seen one bloke use it before, and I had no idea what he was doing, to be honest. However, I quite often ride in these state forest areas. What I'm about to talk about now wouldn't be that suitable for a national park where you've got lock gates here and there. But in a state forest, what I normally do is I ride down the road, left, right, up, down. I always get lost. There's some black cockatoos. I always get lost and end up finding my way out by the end of the day and really probably miss out on a whole heap of stuff. But now that I've got this, it is so easy for me, and I just think this is absolutely fantastic. I've put a pin over here, I've put a pin over here. I can grab this pin drop, I'm going to press the green arrow, I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to come over here, because I want to get to over here the hardest possible way. And this is what I love about this. If you do the walking or the mountain bike route, it's going to take you the most direct route, but it's probably also going to be the more fun route for a day ride on a motorbike. So then I'll press this nav button, but my gloves are stuffing it up. I'm going to add that. So I can go via driving, I might go cycling, and it's going to take me via this way. But if I change that to driving, it's going to take me via the main route, which I do not want. So if I go walking, let's see what that does. There we go. Let's try this walking route to get over to here. So I'm going to accept that. There's my route. I'm going to start riding. Once I get there, I'll start my navigation. And now I can navigate the state forest, not get lost, and not have to stop and start and look at the maps. And how bloody good is that? I know it's probably so simple for a lot of people, but for me, that absolutely blows my mind, and I'm super pumped to now explore state forests in style. So let's go. Have a look at the views. Absolutely spectacular. Well, this is the perfect place to stop and do a wrap up on my video, I think. Take in the sights. I love this little, I guess you could say, vantage point. But there you have it, guys. There is my 5 rock solid reasons why I'm going to be utilizing the ExplorOZ Traveller App going forward for all my rides. This video is not about trying to get kickbacks or anything. There's nothing set up like that for me. It's purely because I feel very strongly about supporting an Australian owned and operated company and product and family, if I can, or by just riding my bike. So if you are in the market for a new navigation product or app and you think you might be interested, just go onto their website. It's in the description below. Have a look, have a read. I think it's fantastic. It's definitely going to aid in my rides going forward. And I feel so high tech now. I've got this old school bike, but with this awesome high tech app on my phone. I know it sounds weird, but it's so new to me. I've never used something like that before. But there you have it. ExplorOZ Traveller, guys. Suss it out. See what you think. If you want to get involved, get involved. If not, happy days. But I'll catch you on my next ride. And I don't know when that will be, but early next year, I've got a big ride coming up again. I didn't expect to, but the wife's given me permission. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be absolutely epic.